All right, good morning. Today is June 10th, and I'm coming to you from the mountains of Panama. And I'm talking today about the transition from negative or lukewarm or unexciting or in the job or knowing that you're in a place that's a temporary stagnant place and you're ready to get to the next place. So the title, going from the negative to the positive. Now, we can envision this as going from ignorance to knowledge, right? Living the lie, which we all do till a time. Ignorance and lie, okay? False information, including the diet example. Look at nutritionaldiversity.com for the correct diet example, right? Because of academia, because of this person, because of parent, because of coach, because of all kinds of different sources, news, right? We are working with false or inaccurate or imprecise information. And most of that is intentional and made to control us by whatever source, right? And or made to limit your performance or keep you going to this person for this thing and this person for this thing. Some of it can be chalked up to necessities of commerce. Some of it can be really explained as the rich know that a certain part, what percentages of the population need to stay in conflict, poor, in a job, putting together their BMWs and building their palaces and making a system where at the end they have this incredible life leveraged off the labor of thousands or millions or whatever, right? So without talking about geopolitical things that are going on in the world, just self-development about, controlling only what you can control, right? That is an old school gym wisdom for sure. If you can't affect any change, it cannot receive any of your focus, because any focus you give to that is taking away from what you can make changes in and needs you to make changes in, is calling at you to make changes in. But these are the hard changes that a lot of us don't want to do. We have to start recognizing that some of our sources of information are intentionally not good, the ones that are. We have to start recognizing that some of these people are naive or based in fear or have this complex. If we can understand it, then we can stand it better, right? So ignorance being a choice, and it is a choice, all right? You need to be running in the direction of knowledge, which requires that you first stop thinking that you know everything, stop wanting to sound right in conversations. This is an important practice here, to no longer have the intention to be right. In fact, to not be right, to keep your information, to pick brains, ask questions only, and stop worrying about what you can represent to the world for a time, so that you can just be a receiving device for a time to shatter the ignorance. That's the choice. You must tap in to what's spiritually and excellently good. And you do that by removal of toxins, by having a wholesome lifestyle, by having a productive lifestyle, by intentionally making sure that you go out and do good things without any interest in anything in return other than being a good person. Box checked. A good person that's so good, he goes out in the world and does things for others without any interest and credibility even for it. Box checked. The only credibility that this person's seeking is from above and from within. Box checked. Extreme character alignment. This person's getting up and he's so grateful for his life. And having 10 fingers and 10 toes, he communicates that greatness by raising his vibration and using his body and kickstarting his motor, which is a complete organism, by getting up early, doing the burpees, saying thanks in prayer, right? And reading the greats before him for great gems of wisdom that he can now incorporate in his grateful life to be great for others. And that is his intention, a great intention. Character is king, character is king. If you lose some money, you haven't lost anything. If you lose some health, you've lost something. If you lose your character, you've lost everything. And listen, people, I make these videos because I see the war being lost. I would like to leave a record of my journey of where I'm actually at in life, as liars, as negative people try to frame me as something else. And listen, what happens when you tell a lie is you damn yourself to continue to tell the lie. Or finally go back and say, I told a lie, and then be living free. But otherwise, you chain yourself to your own deception. Most people fall. That is the one thing you don't want to do. You can make a physical act of violence and rage, and that's not good. And I won't do it anymore, ever, right? Because I see the way that liars twist your mistakes against you. That we're not damaging mistakes that do happen, that were very understandable. But a liar, a deceiver will blow those out of proportion and run with them and never let you away from that, even though you've worked so hard to never go anywhere near that. And you haven't gone anywhere near that for decades, right? 22 years, in fact, never committing one single act like that was described, you know what I mean? That was exaggerated. So to be able to learn from your mistakes and to be able to learn from the mistakes of others is learning exponentially. But once again, you have to initiate, maintain, and stay in the process of receiving and learning and leaving that place of ignorance and false information. And it's not just receiving and learning, it's fucking investigating and seeking truth with a constant daily pursuit, with your habits in line, with clarity of mind, no toxins. And remember, toxic people are worse than a toxic substance because they can play tricks on you and run an active. Someone who wants to control you, they keep you in a place. This is with species as well. Animals, plants, all right? They keep you in a place where they give you just enough, but they keep your spirit broken just enough. They keep you in that job, right? They keep you on that addiction, right? They keep you. This is what the world is doing to us. And again, it's all, if you're at the top of the financial food chain, it's all fine and dandy, because as long as these holdbacks, ignorances, lie livings continue, you stay at the top because you're at the top of that deceptive leverage where it's okay to profit off another man when it's really not. And we can all grow inside of abundance in fair exchange. The only thing we need to do is diversify our culture socially into smaller groups and to have an actual finite money supply that we can account for, right? And that's not even the most important part, but a relationship with nature and an appreciation for God and a realization that there is a spiritual hierarchy of independent intelligences that are looking for the best in us, and notice it. And that's the thing. Once you tap in and you start really searching, investigating, crawling, prying, chiseling, hammering through from the negative side to the positive side with commitments like, I will not tell a lie. I will not believe a lie. I will not serve a lie. I have realized this shit off the exponential learning of other greats, other people, or off the hard knocks learning, because you'll learn it one way or the other. And now I'm in exponential learning, but it took me so long to get here. And I watch so many people my age and past my age continuously stuck in this place where they invent their own expertise and damn themselves in their own bullshit, rather than becoming an open vessel that taps into God's energy and wants to learn what's truly out there. They're fucking stuck in their own expertise, their own negativity, their own false reality that they invented and now live by and cause others to live by. But it works for now. For now. And this is what we're talking about. But it works for now, but once you get to the other side and you're living this other positive life free of that shit, able to do the hard things you need to do and have faced and overcome the hard truths in front of you, just for you, you get to have this challenge. You get to overcome this. You get to wake up today with 5 fingers and 5 toes and seeing this video and, not knowing every freaking damn thing anymore. And being invested enough. So once you tap in, then you really know what I'm talking about. Because if you stay there long enough, and this is without reward, without any kind of response, without, showing up with no results for a long enough time, just because you know it's right, and you work on yourself because you care about the rest, you're going to get up early, you're going to put hours of self-development time, you're going to study the greats, you're going to look at videos like this. You're going to make your own videos like this, because teaching is learning twice, right? And you're going to spend years in this space. And you're going to just know that it's the right thing, to leave a cosmic record, to journey into the positive, to become a peaceful, loving being who's ready to get down, who's more ready than the fearful people to get down, than the procrastinator that has a discipline, A lot of being on the positive is having a discipline, and a lot of being on the negative is not having a discipline, having a lack of discipline, A lot of important points in moving from the negative to the positive have to do with strength. A lot of points to falling to the negative have to do with weakness, right? So that's why we build strength. A little kid had asked me, why do you go to the gym every day? To keep your muscles big? I go to the gym every day to keep my mind strong, kiddo. The muscles are a byproduct of my principal mission, which is to be a strong mindset so that I can stay in the positive, so that I can do the right thing even when there's temptation to do the wrong thing, so that I can do the right thing even when it's harder to do the right thing. And it always is harder to do the right thing. That's the thing about the right thing that you got to really realize, is it's who that does it, and it's the hardcore person that does it, because these things are more hardcore. Being true, especially in a liar society, is pretty hardcore. We respect it. We know the good character, the hero of the movie. We know the villain. Now, somehow, even though we still watch the same type structure of movie, we're talking, the movies suck terribly now. But it's just like, even though with the hero kind of still has similar structure pattern, somehow society in real life need you. And it's just as the Bible and so many other texts say, the good are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, right? Be rare, be ripped, be rugged, have the grit and the pursuit of goodness, okay? Hua, every day, put the time and action. We're not really going to think and talk all the way there. We're going to work ourselves there. Hua.